That's complete rubbish.
I love those. They're either really rubbish or really good. That's one of the good ones. Oh, here he is. Kenny Ken, how you doing, mate? All right?
How you doing, Toby? How you doing? I can see you've got some West Ham fans and Everton fans. Oh, right, Rick, how are you, son?
What's happening, mate? Sweet?
Yeah, nice to see you.
And
you know,
you?
like I said, you're doing well in a cup. You can't win at home, though, even though you've got a free stadium, mate.
We can't win at home. I think we just won at home, no?
To be fair, they did win.
What was that? Was it not 2 in a row that we've won at home, is it? Oh, right, sorry,
I
mate.
don't know, Rick, but the thing is, Rick, mate, you got a nice little free stadium, but you're nowhere near, you know, replicating what you did last season. I think there's a bit of a gap between Arsenal and West Ham, but then again, that's normal service, isn't it, son?
You've got to give us time. We're having a bit of teething problems, obviously. You remember the switch to the Emirates? I think, were West Ham the first team to beat you at the Emirates, weren't they? I think they was, weren't they? Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, between beating us, between all that stuff, you got relegated, didn't you? You had to get to the back of the Premiership through the playoffs, didn't it? For a big Sam. Played good football, by the way. I needed a pillow, didn't I, to watch you lot play.
Kenny, we've only got 4 minutes to go until the ad break, so it's that time of the week where we let you rant and get whatever you want to get off your chest. What is it this week?
Right, this week, it's a biggie. He's born in 1971. He's born in Cork. It's Roy Morris Keane. He's an adopt this time. Now, a lot of you people who know Roy Keane think he's a man of principle. You remember he's a marauding midfielder for Man United, Nottingham Forest, and the Republic of Ireland. But one thing everyone realises about Roy, he's got principles. For instance, he had so many principles that he managed to get himself chucked out of the World Cup squad in 2002 in Japan. He even lost his career at Man United when he kicked off in the video. And that's one thing I like about him. I used to always admire Roy about his principles, even though he was quite a shocking manager at Sunderland and at Ipswich Town. And then I picked up his autobiography, you know, written by the odious Eamon Dunphy. I don't know if any of you lot know him. He's very big in Ireland, RTE, bit of a, you know what, but I won't say it because it's past the watershed anyway. But what thing about Roy Keane, he started slagging off people who are TV pundits. He was saying about how people on TV, they talk a lot of rubbish, and I say as it is. And I thought, you know what, Roy? I've got a lot of respect for you, son, because I always thought that someone like you always had a bit of principles, because you, Roy, will never forsake your principles on that, will you? Then all of a sudden, a few years down the line, I was watching the Champions League. Who was one of the pundits? It was Roy Keane. I mean, this is the geezer now who says that he'll never, ever become a pundit. But all of a sudden, just like his mate Rio Ferdinand and Paul Scholes, who never used to say something, he's on TV. Now, why would Roy forsake his principles like that? And I thought, oh dear, let me just go and get you something. Just hold on 2 seconds.
He's terrible.
Let me tell you now. Right?
That was brilliant.
Right. Whenever ITV throw a bit of this in Roy's face, all his principles can go and take a running jump. Because I'll tell you one thing about Roy Keane. He is no different to a cult leader, a Davidian cult leader like David Koresh. When everyone goes and like one of their enforced fasts, Roy Keane is what the sort of person would be eating a Mars bar around the corner whilst everyone's starving to death. Roy, I've got your number, son, Mossy. Next week, I'm going to have someone else.
That was it. There we go. Kenny Ken kicks off. Kenny Ken kicks off. Roy Keane was the victim of your chagrin this week, Kenny Ken. Any ideas who you've got story next week, or are you going to keep it a secret?
I'm going to keep it a secret, man. I've done Karen Brady already, and I've put her on the dock. And what happened? I set her a task. You know, like I said to make sure that the EFL game went nice and safe. She only had one job. What happens?
To be fair, I agree with him.
He did say in his rant 2 weeks ago, he said, right, you got one job, Karen. This is your chance to prove yourself. Keep that game safe, and look how it went. Look how it went. Kenny Ken, I think you were spot on as ever, mate. Spot on as ever in your own inimitable fashion. You were. Thanks for making the effort. Thanks for dressing up for us, mate.
It's all about money, isn't it? Loads of money.
That was Kenny Ken kicks off. Same time next week. Same time next week.
That's complete rubbish.